Often, fear manifests itself as pain. The most frightening thing in the world is pain. All living beings are afraid of one thing, and that is pain. If you look deeply, you will find that people don't fear even death as much. They fear the pain and agony they will undergo at the time of death. Many are afraid of poverty, many of relationships, and many others are fearing diseases. The root cause of all this fear is the pain that happens while going through these things. All these fears are because of the fear of pain. What is pain? Pain can be physical, mental, or emotional. Physical pain is basic necessity of the body. Just imagine, if we could feel no pain in our body, we might accidentally hurt ourselves or start styling our faces, hands, and legs the way we style our hair today. Actually, pain is a letter of a request written by the body to the mind, saying, please pay attention to me. Because attention is energy. Understand this. When attention is given to a particular area, that attention becomes the energy for that area. When the body accumulates pain, it is actually asking for attention or energy, which will help it heal. Mental or emotional pain is the psychological feeling that arises when you are faced with something you don't like. Research shows that emotional pain can deeply disturb the physical body. For example, the psychological feelings that arise with sexual repression can result in lower back disorders, or the pain of shouldering too much responsibility can cause pain in the shoulders. Whether physical or emotional pain, an important thing you need to understand is that pain is always born from resistance to the present moment. Please understand, time versus understanding. If a painful incident happens in one's life, the loss of a child, the husband or wife leaving the spouse, the breakup of a close friendship, one suffers but slowly accepts it over time. One may cry and brood many days and nights, but then one comes to accept that happened. Right? Time heals. It is a common saying. Understand that time is needed for healing only because you were not ready to face the pain and suffering in a conscious and aware manner at that time the incident happened. If you can just look at the pain, if you can witness the emotion with awareness and see the play of the mind while experiencing pain, then the understanding dawns and instant healing happens. Time is needed because you are not ready to have the understanding. So, you suffer a great deal. Over time, after some weeks, months, or even years, the incident fades and becomes a distant memory. However, the pain is not completely gone from your system. If you come across a person who even distantly reminds you of your lost child or husband, it comes up. For example, if the person has a similar style of talking, walking or laughing, the wound reopens it. It hurts because you carry the memory of the past. Because of this, you feel life is too heavy, a burden to bear. You choose to hold onto your entire past, when you were a child, when you were a teenager, when you first went to work. You hold on to all the stages of life with all the experiences, pains and mistakes that burden and load. That load of your emotions associated with the past is what causes you pain every time you experience it. If you decide to drop the past and look at very situation with a fresh perspective, then you will not have so much pain. You will heal instantly. You will not need so much time. Pain and pleasure, they are two sides of the same coin. A small story. Once a disciple went to his master and said, "Master, I am not able to meditate. My leg aches. I feel distracted." The master just said, "It will pass." After 2 weeks, the disciple went back to the master and this time saying, "I am able to meditate beautifully. I feel so aware and blissful." The master again replied with, "It will pass." The root of pain and pleasure are the same. It is the same sensation with two names. It is like this. Two people receive a body massage from the same person. One concludes that it was a beautiful rejuvenating process, while the other decided that it hurt. The same massage will appear like pain or pleasure depending on the person receiving it. See to this. Life has both of these opposites, pleasure and pain. Both pleasure and pain are from the mind. The mind always moves from one extreme to the other. It rarely falls into the middle path. From pleasure, you move to pain. From pain, you move to pleasure. As we saw earlier, pleasure and pain are completely dependent on the person feeling it, feeling the pleasure or pain. Something may seem like pleasure to you while the same experience may be painful to someone else. In Bhagavad Gita, the great scripture that teaches the various paths of self-realization, the enlightened master, Krishna, he says very beautifully, "He who regards alike pleasure and pain and looks on a lump of earth, a stone and a piece of gold with an equal eye, who is wise and holds praise and blame to be the same, who is unchanged in honor and dishonor, and who treats friend and foe alike, is said to have gone beyond the modes of nature. Pleasure and pain are the same to him, and he is ready for enlightenment." Okay, Buddha, an enlightened master, says, "Free yourself from both pleasure and pain." Craving for pleasure and nursing pain are both different aspects of the same experience. Understand? Both are chains. Pain may look like an ugly chain and pleasure may look like a beautiful chain. Just as the day follows and night follows the day, pain and pleasure will always follow each other. When you understand that pleasure and pain are both creations of the mind, you will realize that they are both temporary. Understand this. They come and go like soap bubbles. Nobody is needed to take away your pleasure, because your mind by its very nature will move like a pendulum to the other extreme called pain. Then only its way it goes back beyond pleasure. See, both pleasure and pain, this doesn't mean suppressing pleasure or forgetting about pain. It is an awareness that transforms pain to bliss. The energy that exists, no matter what the external situation may be, bliss in your very nature cannot be lost. Just because of your resistance to what is happening, you feel pain and natural bliss is forgotten. understand this very carefully, there should be awareness in pain. Pain, whether physical, mental or emotional, has only a negative existence like darkness. Darkness exists only in the absence of light. As such, it has no positive existence of its own. In the same way, pain exists only in the absence of awareness. Just as darkness disappears automatically when light is brought. When light is brought into a room, darkness disappears. See, automatically when the energy of your awareness is focused on it, pain disappears. Any mental or emotional pain that you carry is just the tip of iceberg. You need to go into the root where it starts. You need to work on that root cause for it to heal. Otherwise, there is a distinct danger that you will inflict that pain on someone else or hurt yourself more with it. See, I always tell people, if you have pain, just drop everything and work on it. See that its root is healed. Only then you can be in a safe zone. Otherwise, neither you nor the people living around you are in a safe zone. When you face any pain with awareness and you become aware that you are not just the body, you became aware that no pain can touch the real you. Once you realize that, you are beyond pain. You realize, you rise above pain to become a dukkha atita, one who has forgotten, one who has gone beyond suffering. Dukkha atita. You experience the rare freedom that arises with non-attachment to the body. You will carry this freedom all your life. You leave mundane life behind and enter into a spiritual plane. The whole material world disappears and another world arises. One of incomparable beauty, innocence, joy and compassion. The pain will evaporate of its own. See, when you see the nature and cause of pain with intense inner clarity, because the clarity evaporates the reason for the pain to exist in you, this realization brings with it a state of absolute bliss, which is the state of enlightenment. Well, there is a interesting incident from my wandering days I wanted to share with you. During my spiritual journey, I went for Narmada Parikrama. I once spent time with a tribal people in Madhya Pradesh, in India. I was living in a small temple which was in the center of the village. One day I noticed a pregnant lady entering a small hut. After about half an hour, she came out with a small baby in her hands. No pain, no doctor, no nurse, no medicine, no cries. In half an hour, she came out walking with the baby in her arms. I was shocked. I could not ask anything because I didn't know their language. After a month of my journey, I saw another pregnant lady do the same thing. In half an hour, 30-45 minutes, she came out with a baby. I asked the local priest who came to the temple there, how does this happen? Don't they have any pain? He asked, pain? Why pain? I was amazed. And then a cognitive transfer happened between us. The very idea that women should have pain at the time of delivery did not exist in their society. Not only that, nobody suffered from gynecological issues like menopause problems either. I started inquiring about their lifestyle. I understood that in their tradition, they respect women a lot. The moment a girl becomes physically mature, she is acknowledged with respect that she is now qualified to become a mother. People fall at her feet, and her touches that heals them. Just because of this different conditioning. Please understand this. The way you are conditioned, the women don't suffer the usual pains that women in other cultures do. This is all because of conditioning. I will explain a theory about phantom pain. What is phantom pain? There have been records in instances of phantom pain, which is pain in a part of the body that does not exist. Once in the Second World War, a soldier's leg has amputated because it was badly damaged. The strange thing was that when he became conscious again, he was still complaining about the pain in his leg. He was covered with a blanket, so he had no idea that the leg has been removed. The blanket was then removed, and he was shown that his leg was not there anymore. He was shocked. Further research then showed that each part of the body is related to a certain part of the brain. When a certain part of the body feels pain, the corresponding brain center shows activity. In this case, the related brain center was still vibrating in the same way it was vibrating when leg was a part of the body. There are many such instances of people who feel pain in the empty spaces where their limbs were amputated. This is called as phantom pain. There is also a thing that is called as the placebo effect. The mind has tremendous influence over the body. Even the perception of physical pain can be changed by the mind. In science, they call it the placebo effect. When a simple sugar pill gives the same effect as a painkiller, just because the person is made to believe that the sugar pill is a painkiller. In the USA, that appeared in a journal of neuroscience, the research was done on a group of young men who agreed to let researchers inject their jaw muscles with concentrated saline solution that causes so much of pain. The brain responds to the pain. Pain was studied using PET, positron emission tomography, scans that showed the activity of body's natural painkillers called endorphins. In one scan, the men were told they were being given a painkiller, but actually what was given was just a placebo, a substance that had no pain-killing properties. Then they were asked to rate the intensity of pain they felt on a scale of 0 to 100. Also, the PET scan would indicate the brain activity related to pain. The researchers were able to study both the responses of the brain and what the men actually felt. The amazing observation was that the men were given a placebo, meaning not a painkiller but just a neutral substance. The pain they felt was actually less. It was as if they had been given the painkiller itself. The PET scans indicated that the endorphin, natural painkiller, endorphin, the natural painkiller system in the brain was activated. It showed increased level with the placebo. Just because the person believed that it was a painkiller, further studies have shown that placebo effect was observed in more than 70% of the people, where the pain decreased by up to 22%. Science is still studying the amazing phenomena which so clearly shows the mind-body connection. pain a path to no mind. Understand this. A small story. Once a disciple was walking with a Zen master when the flock of geese flew overhead. The master asked, "What are they?" The disciple replied, "They are wild geese." The master asked, "Where are they?" The disciple replied, "They have flown away." The master suddenly caught the disciple's nose and twisted it. The disciples cried out in pain. The master said, "You say they have flown away, but they have been here from the start." The story says the disciple became enlightened in that moment. The story may sound very strange, but this is the way of most Zen masters. Pain has a tremendous value in awakening you to reality. That is why it has been used by many masters to awaken the sleeping disciple. Normally, what do we do when someone in pain? We try to console. Unknowingly, we enable the person to continue to sleep. But the master is not interested in consoling. He is only interested in awakening you. The moment of great pain, the mind stops. There is no pain. In that moment, the truth is delivered. In the story, you can see that in the moment of pain, the disciple's inner space was ready to receive the truth from the master, and the master delivered it. The pain of transformation. Pain can become a very creative energy. Please understand. It can become a remembrance of God. It can become prayer. It can become meditation. It can become awareness. It can cause tremendous transformation in you. An important secret of life that you need to understand is that you become aware of something, you can get rid of it very easily. If you are not aware of it, there is no question of getting rid of it. It remains with you. The pain is a pain because it exists in your unconscious, not in your awareness. Your fear of facing the pain allows it to exist and grow more and more like a tumor. Understand? A master will simply remove the tumor through his master's surgery. When it leaves you, you transform into a new person. What is the attitude needed to deal with the painful surgeries of masters? Sometimes just the awareness itself will dissolve the pain. Many times it will just point at the pain, something else. See, it will simply disappear and it will evaporate. Now, what is the correct attitude to deal with these painful surgeries? It is having complete trust that whatever pain the master causes is only for your good and nothing else. The surgery itself is because of his boundless love and compassion for you. If this is clearly understood, then even if it hurts, you will go through it with deep gratitude for what the master is doing. What the master is doing to you. I can say that the painkiller from the master's side is the love and compassion the master showers with just a look. One more thing is that the pain is also because you start thinking it is a pain and labeling it so. The master can teach in just 2 or 3 seconds what will ordinarily take a lifetime or a few hundreds of years or a few births. Understand? The master is intense life. he will simply remove the tumor and throw it away. So even if it is intense, it is getting to go with the master, then with the life, because it is a very quick process. Also, if you understand what master is doing to you, you can enjoy it as the ultimate happening in your life. One more thing, the pain you will experience. See, the pain you will experience continuing life with the tumors will be much worse than the pain you experience when the master removes them. Removing a tumor will hardly take few minutes. The master just removes it. Over. See, once you understand this process, you will no longer label the transformation as pain. Instead, you will welcome it. You will not only welcome it, you will feel thankful that what was lurking deep down in your unconscious has been brought up and removed. Now we will look at some meditation techniques. A meditation technique, please understand. Focus on pain. Pain is actually the absence of attention. So the solution is giving your presence. Understand. There is a simple and beautiful self-healing meditation technique that channels your presence into diseased limb or the suffering mind. You can try it. You can try it out the next time you experience pain or suffering. It is definitely a better option than painkillers, whose side effects sometimes are worse than the original complaint. Suppose, see, just try this. Suppose you have pain in your leg, or you are suffering because of some external incident, like go lie down in a dark room. Make a conscious effort to forget your whole body, focusing only on the spot which is causing you pain. If it is mental suffering, then forget your whole body and focus on that incident that caused you suffering. As you experience the pain, deliberately drop the word pain from your mind, drop it. Your mental chatter will continue to tell you that you feel pain. Switch it off. See, feel deeply. Experience with an open mind. Look into what is happening inside your mind. You will soon see that your mind was just exaggerating pain. Put all your awareness on the center of the pain. It will soon shrink and become a tiny point of pain. Concentrate. See, concentrate completely on the point, and you will discover a sudden moment that the pain disappears, and in its place there is bliss. Understand this very carefully. Witness pain. You can use this as a technique for dissolving physical pain in any part of your body. When you are faced with physical pain, just witness the feeling of pain in the part of your body in a relaxed way. You will see that first there might be a surge of pain, but soon the pain reduces to a spot and disappears. Actually, what happens is that the moment you get hurt physically, energy supplied by your body intelligence rushes to that part and heal it. The energy rush is what you label pain. If you witness the energy rushing and healing in a relaxed way, the pain disappears and healing happens. If we understand this, we will not resist and suffer pain. We will cooperate with the natural healing energy of the body. The witnessing focus that you give, the pain will make you realize that you are more than a mere body. You will touch your energy base. You will touch your energy base and realize that you are more than the body mind. Watch the pain intensely, but without attaching the word pain and meaning of a suffering to it. For a brief moment, the pain may seem to intensify, but soon it will dissolve. Actually, the body is intelligent enough to allow the energy to flow to that part of the body. That is asking for energy, but you resist that energy flow by labeling it as pain. This is the truth. Just allow the energy to flow by infusing awareness into that part of the body. Just look at the energy flow with curiosity. Be a complete outsider. Do not participate in the process. Just let the energy flow. So keep awareness at that area and work on it. You will see it healed. These are the cosmic truths about pain. Well, thank you for joining. Namaskar.